Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, has entered a plea deal for failing to register as a sex offender in the state of California. People confirmed the news after obtaining court documents that showed that the 43-year-old pleaded guilty on Thursday during a virtual hearing with the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. Petty now faces a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison and a lifetime of supervised release. His sentencing has been scheduled for January 24th, 2022. According to records accessed by People, Petty was arrested in March of 2020 after being indicted for failure to register as a sex offender. At the time, Petty pleaded not guilty and posted $100,000 bail. According to TMZ, he initially faced legal trouble after being pulled over by the Beverly Hills Police Department on November 15th of 2019, when the department determined he was registered as a sex offender in New York, but not in California, where he now lives. Petty is required to register as a sex offender because he was convicted of first-degree attempted rape of a 16-year-old girl in 1995. At the time, he was sentenced to 18 to 54 months, but spent 4 years in prison. Petty is a level 2 registered sex offender in New York. This means he's considered a moderate risk of repeat offense.
Oh boy. When we pick the wrong partner, we suffer. Okay? This is something that we all could learn from, regardless of your gender. This is something that we all can learn from. That's just the facts. Okay? That's just the facts. Because this one right here, okay, she's a millionaire. Okay? She worked hard to get her stuff, and she basically is suffering because she picked a man that was not on her level in a lot of ways. She could have picked Drake. She could have picked Mills. Anyone within her circle or who is not in the rap game that has money to be with her. But she chose this dude. And a lot of men say, and there are some women who also admit that when women pick men like this, it's a form of control. That's basically what it is. For the fact. Women will deny it, get mad, but it's for the fact. And why do you think there were so many women okay with it? Because they've done it themselves. They've moved men into their apartments that don't make the money necessary to take care of them. They just have them in there. And then they suffer consequences. And even their children suffer consequences. Either they were born from these type of men, or the fact that these men have abused their kids. Authorities say Kenneth Petty moved from New York to California and, as required by law, was supposed to register as a result of being convicted of attempted rape. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, pleaded guilty to failure to register as a sex offender in California, court documents show. Petty initially pleaded not guilty to the single-count indictment, but later changed his plea. Court documents filed on Thursday show he is scheduled to be sentenced in January. Why wouldn't you want to fight for this? Because you obviously knew the risk that you could be separated from your wife and child. His attorney couldn't be immediately reached on Friday. Authorities in Beverly Hills arrested Petty following a November 2019 traffic stop after learning he had moved from New York to California and failed to submit his sex offender status. He was released after posting $20,000 bail. And where did that money come from? It came from Nicki Minaj, but was arrested again last year after he was indicted in connection with the incident. He was released from federal custody on a $100,000 bond. Again, that money came from Nicki Minaj. According to court documents, Petty relocated to California in July of 2019 and was, as required by law, was supposed to register as a result of being convicted of first-degree rape, attempted rape in New York in April 1995. Petty, who was 16 at the time of the crime, served nearly 4 years in a New York State prison. The victim sued Nicki Minaj in August, alleging the couple tried to force her to recant her account of the incident. I'm going to be honest, I wonder if that idea came from Nicki Minaj or it came from Kenneth Petty. I wouldn't be surprised if that idea came from Nicki Minaj. The woman, who had publicly identified herself as Jennifer Hull, said in the suit that Petty and Minaj began contacting her and members of her family following his arrest in California. The Starships rapper offered one of Hull's family members $500,000 if Hull said the rape did not happen, according to the lawsuit. I think this was Nicki Minaj's idea. I really do. And who knows? Maybe she knew the mindset of Petty already, that he would break down and possibly plead guilty. You never know. If she could be this way to marry a man that had this type of offense, she could have easily probably manipulated him because of the experience she has in the industry to have him fall on his own sword, technically, and have him sent up the river so she could divorce him and move on with her life. Women are crafty like that. I'm not bashing all women, but there are women who will do that. They realize what they've done, and instead of enduring the marriage, married to the wrong person, they'll send that person, they'll have that person get rid of themselves by giving them bad advice, and off they go so they could relive their life before they got married or before they got into that serious relationship. On another occasion, Ho was offered $20,000 if she signed a prepared document recanting her statement about Petty. The suit says Minaj and her husband have not publicly commented on claims made in the lawsuit. The rapper previously defended Petty, writing in an Instagram post that he and the victim were in a relationship, a claim Ho denies. Minaj also told fans on a Queen show that her husband was wrongfully accused of rape. I'm going to tell you a story about Superhead and how she ended up hooking up with a young dude, all right? And he was into computers, and he got her pregnant, all right? I ain't going to blame it all on the dude, but the reality is the fact that he made a decision to go with this woman. He gets her pregnant. Now he starts having a mental breakdown. See, when we make bad choices in spouses or bad choices in partners, there's a consequence to pay. Whether it's psychologically, whether it's emotionally, and sometimes whether it's physically. That person might kill you. Okay? And this is something that, it's not, this is real. And we've all gone through it, being with the wrong person. Some of us were lucky to get out of it unscathed. Some weren't, and it was a lesson to be learned and to know not to do it again. And this is a thing that, she's going to have to live with because she has a boy child. Okay? So she's going to be a single mother. All right? And that kid's going to ask, where is daddy? Where is daddy? Okay? And she's going to have to put that kid into private school. All right? And sooner or later, that information is going to come out one way or the other. And that kid is going to have to deal with it. Unfortunately, he is going to have to deal with it. And that kid will have a lot of anger issues because his dad's not going to be around. Okay? And kids do face that anger when the father's not really around as much. When they're young, they get very angry. And that child, unless that father comes back unless that father come back into that kid's life, or there's a mentor that or a father figure that won't hurt that kid gonna grow up very angry and have a lot of anger issues. And this is the tough road for that little boy, a very tough road. Unfortunately, a lot of women will not listen and take heed to the story. I understand that this has been happening a lot. Some of you women are products of this. And you see how this affected your lives. And unfortunately, Nicki Minaj will have a fan base that will think this is cool, especially young women. But this is something of a lesson for everybody to learn. I observed that she had a lot of money, but she chose. I just did a reaction video. Okay. Of how you have women, all right, who date men who beneath them because they have control. Let's not forget Nicki Minaj grew up in an abusive household. And that's how she got this controlling like behavior. And now she's seen that, she can't fix this. She cannot fix this man. That's basically probably what she thought. But you cannot fix people like this who have committed a crime that this will follow them to the day they die. All he had to do was to register as a sex offender. Now he faces 10 years, and now he must do this for a lifetime. Lifetime, I believe, probation now. Lifetime supervision. Sad. Hold on 1 minute. Chaos Rain, you still there? I guess not. Nope, I don't see him there. All right, I'll just keep going. But there's a lot of people who have lost their lives. Okay, it's not just they gotta live with the fact that this is part of their history, dating history, that people will know about. Okay, there was even a black female police detective, right? Graduated from college and everything, and she ended up hooking up with a Pookie and a Ray Ray. That man killed her. Okay. There was another story of a black woman. She was a cop. All right. Police officer. The man that was her child's father killed her too. Who we pick as our dating partners, who to have kids with, it can make you or break you. Now, Nicki Minaj, she got off lucky. Because me personally, I always thought this dude would one day snap due to the pressures between them, due to his situation, due to his record. I always thought one day he might snap and kill her. I always thought that if one day they may have an argument and Nicki Minaj may say the wrong thing and he may snap and kill her. I always thought that. And I'm not for marriages just ending, and I would hope that maybe this could work out some way. She would have to leave the entertainment industry and retire, and they could live a comfortable life. I thought maybe that could be a solution. But I always thought in the back of my mind that on a realistic standpoint, from where he come from, jail and everything, and his vibe, what I'm getting, he might end up snapping and killing her. Tell me what you think in the comments. Have you known people who have been in these type of situations and it has cost them dearly getting with the wrong person? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm on anchor.fm. I'm on Twitter. Teller99Truth on Twitter. Hard Talk Radio, anchor.fm. Podbean, Hard Talk Radio. Instagram, Red Pill Man. And you see the rest in the description box. All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.